Hi, Mikey.
Hi.
Like, hello.
Hello, Bethany. How are you today?
What are you doing tonight?
No. Actually, I think I might go on a date tonight. I think we're gonna go to dinner and a movie.
Are you gonna see Cocaine Bear or some other movie?
No, I never even heard of that until my children brought it up. Mom, can
So,
we see Cocaine Bear? And I was like, excuse me, let's not have anything to do with cocaine. Thank you. What the hell are you talking about? And so my 9-year-old is telling me about this bear that they give cocaine to, and it's like, yeah, he's just telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, what? So, and I was looking at movies right now to see if the movie we want to see is playing, and I saw it. I was like, it's a real thing? Poor bear.
we're gonna talk about our top five. Do you want to do top five?
Yeah, we can do
Is
that.
that a lot? Movies that we can watch over and over and over again and never get tired of. So for me, I had to think about this really hard. Like well, I wouldn't say too hard. I did this like in the last hour. but
Right
but I
now.
knew about it yesterday, but I just did it this last hour. I have so many DVDs and movies that it's so hard to do like a top whatever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what's your favorite movie or what's this and what's that? I can never
Yeah,
figure that out. So it has to be like top five or top 10. So
right.
I can't do one.
I'm the same way.
I
I
feel bad.
I can honestly say I don't have a favorite anything. I have multiple things that I enjoy just as much as the other. They just touch me in a different way.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna see if you've seen any of these.
All right.
I'm sure you have at least three or four. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so one of my top five favorite movies that I can watch over and over and over again is 10 Things I Hate About You.
One of my top. Yes, yes, yes. Everything, yes. Rest his soul. I was supposed to marry him and have his babies. Oh, Heath Ledger. Yes, I love that movie. I love his character. I absolutely adore that movie.
I like the music in it. I like just how it depicts high school in that way.
Totally. Yeah.
The characters, the main girl's character is kind of like, not girly.
Yeah.
How her
You with
sister's
me.
kind of, is girly. Like,
Right.
it has all these different characters,
Yeah.
and I love it. And yeah, like you said, yeah, Heath Ledger. It's really great.
He's just an amazing actor in general, for me, anyways. Like every single movie I've seen him in, I love him. I think he's great.
Okay, so another one of my top fives would be Moulin Rouge.
Oh, yes. I had the soundtrack to that. I've watched that movie over and over on repeat, and I love to sing all the songs. I have a bunch of remakes of them.
I'm a big like Ewan McGregor fan. Ewan McGregor
Yes. Big
fan.
Fish, one of my top.
Yes, yes.
So,
Yeah, he's great. I literally have that DVD like three times over because they're different
yeah. That-
special features, I guess.
yeah.
And there was one where I watched one of my family members had it on DVD and it was like a specific DVD, right? And I could never find it. And what it had was in the special features, you were able to select like song portions and dance portions of the part where the guy
Ooh.
sings Roxanne.
Oh,
And you're able
yes.
to kind of create your own little like music video of it or something.
That's super cool. I didn't even know that existed. Now I have to find it.
Well,
That's super.
I actually found it at a Goodwill.
No way. Of all places.
It's like a really like it's like a special feature like
Hold on, I gotta end
a
this. I'm
DVD
on
where
my way.
like a DVD where you have to like open the whole book.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It's like a fold out and has all the different
Yeah. So I have
videos.
it now. So if you
Oh,
guys
that's
come
awesome.
over, I could show you sometime.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I love that movie. I can just listen to the songs and the way that they make old songs sound like newer or newer
Yeah.
when it came out.
Dude, one of my favorite characters in that movie, because he's such a creep, is what's his name? The guy that wants to like buy her and marry her or whatever. Um, what's his
Oh,
name?
like real name or character name?
No, his character. but how he's just like all creepy.
Little blonde guy.
When she's singing like a
Blonde
virgin,
guy.
and he's like,
Yeah, yeah.
"Virgin," and I'm like, oh,
Like weird close-up shots of his face, like being all
and
weird.
he's like all snivelly, like,
Okay, so I thought for a long, long time that that guy, now that you mentioned that, and I don't know if you remember this other movie, but the guy that's in George of the Jungle that's supposed to marry the girl instead of George, like he looks like him,
they
but it's
are
not him.
similar. It's
It's not
definitely
him.
not
It's
him. It's
very
the
similar.
hair, it's the color, it's the stash. Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah,
Both weirdo, creepy dudes.
yeah. I guess when you have actors, you should always do that hairstyle blonde, and they just come off creepy.
Right? And I think it's just the whole mustache thing too. I don't know. I'm not a mustache person. Sorry if you are, but I'm just no. Oh, so okay, there's this it's a group, it's like a bearded group or whatever, but they have competitions for like the most like unique and longest beards or mustaches, and like they do all these weird styles and the way they cut them and shape them. It's like if you're cutting a bush into a bunny, like they do these weird things with their facial hair. Pretty cool. Interesting people.
For my third one would be Fifth Element.
I just watched that one recently. That's a pretty good. Not one of my tops, but it is a good one.
Yeah, I can just have it in the background and just have it going.
Right? I
So
looked like her for a hot minute. I don't know if you remember, I had those little bangs and I had the little bob and it was orange. I'll have to
sort of,
find a
yeah.
picture to show you because I'm literally wearing my work apron and it looks like a, I don't know. It's a
It looks like I don't know.
material. It's canvas material with like these big leather strap things. But I'm wearing that in this picture with this short little orange hair. And someone was like, "Oh my God, you look like the girl from The Fifth Element." I was like, "What?" And then they sent me her picture next to mine. I was like, "Oh my gosh, how funny." That's a good one. The alien singing. That's that movie, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That was horrible. Edit.
Okay, so my fourth one would be Lord of the Rings series, like the three Lord of the Rings movies. I count that as one.
As one. 12 hours. So, I thought that I would be really into Lord of the Rings. I absolutely love fantasy, and I kid you not, I have tried to watch that thing so many damn times. I sit down and within 30 minutes of the first movie, I'm out. I cannot get into it. So
Maybe because it's so comforting, the beginning.
I don't know, but it's like all of them.
music.
I've seen like snips here and there because when other people are watching them, I'm like in my phone. Like I cannot engage in it whatsoever, and I don't
You're
know
gonna
why.
need me to like be by you when you watch it and be like, okay, this is this.
Right? Because you like go into detail with
Just
everything.
to keep you interested.
Yeah, keep my mind focused. Oh,
Did you know?
I got me on some Harry Potter or Twilight nerds. I'm down. Unless it's late, then I fall asleep, which because I fell asleep at your house trying to watch it.
Did we watch that?
Twilight, yeah. We were gonna have a Twilight marathon. I don't even think I
yeah.
made it through the
we're
first
second
movie.
or third, yeah. You
Yeah.
guys all fell asleep. I was like, so this is a sleepover that you don't sleep over.
Right? No, I'm like, I'm old.
It is hard for me because like I could stay up because like I don't want to fall asleep, but
Right.
I'll feel it in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm too old now to where I feel it.
Yeah. I love me some sleep. Like I'll try like stuff like that. Like I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna stay up, we're gonna do this, and I'm like, I'm always the first one, snoring, mouth open, just like
all the energy for like coming there, and then it just goes gone when you're there.
Yeah. I walk in all enthusiastic, and then I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm done.
Sort of like when you get a tattoo, like you're all anticipating and like your adrenaline's going, and then once you get the tattoo, you're just like, well, you're one or the other. You're either still nervous or you just fall asleep.
Yeah. I've fallen asleep during all my tattoos, and people are like, what? No, I literally fall asleep during my tattoos. Not because they don't hurt, but like, I think for me, it's like when I go into like trauma response, it's like a fight or flight thing. So I disassociate. I'm like, all right, I'm in pain. I don't like this. Goodbye. And I just kind of like doze off. It's weird until I'm like,
I heard that if you've gone through childbirth and you get a tattoo, that it's like nothing. So I don't know. I've never had kids, so I don't know.
Okay, I have had children, and let me tell you, nothing will ever compare to that. Nothing. I do it all over again, but nothing. Like,
Your
you
face
know,
reaction. Like I plead the fifth. Like your face.
you listen right here.
Don't come at me.
Give me the
All the
drugs.
makeup again.
Oh no.
Now it looks like I did drugs.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Finally, my last movie, and you've either seen this or you haven't, because you're either, I guess, a nerd or not, maybe. I don't know. But my fifth movie is Galaxy Quest.
That sounds so familiar. I want to see like a picture of it. I know that name.
But it has Tim Allen
Okay.
and Sigourney Weaver. She's like a blonde in it. And
What's the storyline?
it's sort of like Star Trek, kind of. Like it's making fun of it, but it's an actual movie.
Like Spaceballs.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But
I
not
think
as
I have
funny as
it.
Spaceballs, but
Right.
like, or an actual movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it before, but I don't have a lot of recall on it, so it probably wasn't one of my
Okay.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it. Put it on
Yeah,
my
I can
list.
watch that one over and over. So
What's it called? Galaxy Quest?
Galaxy Quest.
I'm putting it on my list to watch. I got my notepad here for when you say things that I'm like, what? I'm like, what's that? How many was that?
5.
That was 5. Are you doing 5 or 10?
5.
5. Okay, I'm like 10
We
seems
talk
like
forever
a lot.
if it is 10.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. So mine, we talked about last time, Girl Interrupted. Love, love, love that movie.
Is that one of your top 5s? Or
Yeah, this
okay.
is gonna be my top 5s. So, Girl Interrupted and Dazed and Confused. I just love these little stoner kids. You know what movie? Have you seen that one?
I think I've seen it once, and I don't think I watched it all the way.
Okay.
Like I'm not.
I don't know why I love that movie.
Movies in that kind of genre, like I don't really like Animal House, I guess, like those kind of movies. I don't really.
I've never been into those either, but I think it's because it's in the 70s. I don't know. I just love it. I love Mermaids with Cher and Winona Ryder.
I know I've seen that. I know
You
I've seen
have
that
to
one.
rewatch it if you don't have a lot of memory. It's the best. I love it. Like I just love it so much. And little Christina Ricci's just like freaking 9 years old. She's so cute.
I think there was a time where I was watching like Cher movies that I haven't seen, and I watched I think that one and Moonstruck. I think it's called.
Oh yeah,
I think that's when I watched the movie you mentioned. Is during that time.
Have you seen? So this is another one, Shag.
I don't know what that is. Other than like what it means.
The movie. No, it's not. I mean, that's in it because it's teenagers and young love and stuff. But it's not even teen. Well, they're like older teenagers or like just out of high school, I think, because one of them's about to be married, but it's like based in the 50s. And Shag is a type of dance. And so they take away their best friend who's about to get married. They want to take her away like on this girls' weekend because she's with this real like pristine, stuck-up man. And they're like, let's just have some fun because she's real just like proper. And they're just trying to like let her loose. And they're just the wild girls. And they go to Myrtle Beach and they meet these boys. And it's just like a summer fun movie. It's cute. And the one girl likes to shag as her dance.
So you can put that on and watch it like over and over.
Yes, over and over and over again. And then I like older movies too. So I really, really like Gidget, the movie Gidget. And I think the actress that plays Gidget in that one her name is Sandra Dee.
Okay.
Little blonde thing. And do you know what Gidget is? Have you ever seen any of those old shows or movies? So it's this little teenage girl, but she's really tiny. So you know in the 50s, like the look was to be like Marilyn Monroe, like all curvy and like whatever. Well, she's really petite, tiny, doesn't really have a body, you know. And so she goes to the beach and meets these surfer boys and like latches onto them and like becomes one of the guys. But they call her Gidget for girl and midget because she's not all stuck like her friends because they're out man hunting. But I could watch that over and over again. And all these movies, literally, my grandmother introduced me to. And I spent
Oh,
a lot of time with my grandma. Like, she basically like half raised me, I feel like. My papa too. And all these movies that I started getting into were from my grandparents. So I like a lot of old movies. And then I like a lot of quirky movies from like the 80s and the 90s. Newer movies, like from the 2000s on. There's some in there that I like. Like, one of mine is Rules of Attraction. Have you seen that? It's
that's not
really
the one with Glenn Close, right?
No, it's with
Oh,
what's her
that's
name?
Fatal Attraction.
She's real quirky girl. Also, I'll find you pictures. I'll send
We
it to you.
can't remember anything now.
I know. That's what I was telling you earlier. I was like, girl,
Just
I
look it
can't.
up.
My
That's our
brain is
answer to
like,
everything.
uh-huh. Like, I'm just in La La Land half the time. So like when I remember something, I'm just like, oh yeah, but I can't remember all the details of everything.
So you did 5 then, right? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was like, let me look at
That
my
went by
list.
fast.
I did. That's because you don't talk in between like I do. I'm just like, yeah.
No, like I just didn't know what to say. I've never watched some of them.
Because you've
Like, I
never
have no
seen
input, you know?
Yeah, yeah. You're like,